And I got them timed out. That's perfect. It's 8 o'clock. Look at that. Check it out. There it is. There's the pocket watch, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is 8 o'clock on the dot. And it's MFers Live. Yes, it is. I guess this would be our special Happy Mother's Day MFers Live that we're actually currently having. Now, I'm just waiting for
Happy New Day.
Happy New Day, yes. Just waiting for these notifications to go out because I am live. I am live. There it is. There it is. That's not bad. 26 seconds. 26 seconds, and I got my notification right away. Hello, Sully. How are you, dear? Thank you for tuning in. So, Sully, make sure that you get a hold of your mom, okay? Make sure you tell your mom Happy Mother's Day. Hello, Gordon.
In Giles.
Asian. Oh, and yeah, say Happy Mother's Day in Asian. Yes.
Not in American.
Not in American. I can't answer those, everybody. All right. Hello, Christopher. Hello. Oh, Big Sex is with us too. And hello, Kim. Yes. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there and to even the fathers out there who are having to play both roles in their child's life. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Yes, you may be a guy, but hey, you're having to play the role of mommy as well. So happy Mother's Day to you as well. All right. So happy Mother's Day to everyone. Sully says, tell Chef I say hello. So Sully says hello, Master Chef.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are filmed live here in the MFR studio. We are filmed live in front of a live studio audience. We do have Master Chef behind the camera as always. Hello, Timmy. Hello, Caitlin. How are you? And yes, we do have Nacho with us, of course. Here, get a little bit here, a little bit. Nacho, we're gonna make this work. All right. See, right there. Try to get you a little bit back more. See, MFers. All right, and yes, we do have Nacho with us in the studio. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of MFers Live. It is our Mother's Day episode. It's Sunday. It's May 13th. Yes. And of course, we had everybody popping in here too. Yes. So if you're a mom, happy Mother's Day. Yes. Woot woot. Because I know that. Mom, and if you're not a mom,
happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Yes, exactly. Like Master Chef says, happy Mother's Day to everybody. Yes. Oh, back in your rest, brother. I'm sick as dog. Oh, all right, Big Sexy. You make sure you get yourself some rest, brother. All right. It's always good to see you at least pop in and say hi. Like I said, I know what it's like. I've come in, actually it was last Sunday, sick as a dog. And I still made sure I came in to say hi. But it's Mother's Day. It is. Woo-woo. Yes, it's Mother's Day to everybody out there. All right, so let's see here. So, okay, we got our good news ready. Are we going to do some shout-outs? All right, let's do some shout-outs, Sancho. All right, so we got, all right, so here, we're going to grab a little handful. We're going to read it. And I'll give you the last one to hold on to, okay? You ready, buddy? All right, so we have Ernie Stewart. There you go, Ernie. Then we have, Cheryl Comel. There you go. Well, okay, so I'm dropping some here now. All right, so we have Rich Nelson, Jason Burns. Let's see, we're going to drop the other one here. All right, Salem Algro. Yes, we haven't seen Salem pop in here in a little while. But Salem also it has a different timing than we are. We are 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, currently it's right now 8:04. But right now it's about like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning for Salem. So when he comes in here, it's pretty cool that he does come in and hang out while we're live. But he's also sleeping usually during this time too. So we have Dave Dressler. Who else we got here? All right, and then we have a James Taylor, and who's our last one? Oh, Shannon Lewis. There you go, Shannon. All right, so we'll get Nacho hold your name there, okay? All right, you gonna hold it, buddy? All right, okay, you hold Shannon's name there. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip here because getting dry mouth already. Hello, Angie. Thanks for tuning in.
Is
Happy
that
Mother's
James
Day.
Taylor from Cambridge? Do you know?
I don't know. It might be. I'd have to go through the MFR list and see.
Ask him if
they're not here right now. They had a shutout. It was a shutout, bud.
I was gonna say you should ask them if they are.
Well, if I see them pop in, I will definitely ask for sure.
And if they know the favors.
All right, so you guys ready for some good news in history for Mother's Day? Yes, on this day 104 years ago, the U.S. Congress passed legislation honoring the uncompensated work of mothering by establishing the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day. So yes, a happy Mother's Day to all moms. That was actually legislated back in the U.S. Congress back in 1914. Wow. All right, so we have some more good news on this day. All right, so Thomas Edison performed the first. I know I just blew that right off you. Now, I didn't have to be a little bit, buddy. Okay, so here, you hold it, okay, and just hold that name tight. Okay, you hold that name tight. This way I won't blow on you and I won't knock it over, okay? All right, so Thomas Edison performed the first test of his electric railway in Menlo Park, New Jersey, back in 1880. Hello, Lydia. Hello, RJ. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And yes, like always, happy Mother's Day to everybody. All right, so Brazil abolished slavery with the passage of the Lei Aurora, which is the Golden Law, and that was passed back in 1888.
And I need to correct you. It wasn't Edison. Edison only bought into that process.
Yeah, well, I'm just reading them as they're on here. So I understand that Thomas Edison purchased into it. They all do have Edison's name stamped all across it. We were watching some documentaries earlier about it, some of the things that were created and developed by individuals that Edison actually bought into and ended up slapping his name onto. And yes, the one biography we're watching was
because their name wasn't famous.
Yes, the name of the creator that made it wasn't famous. So as soon as Edison's name got put on there, it became popular. But yes, we were actually watching a thing on the electric railways that was actually in Boston.
The
it was
race
the first
to the underground America.
Yeah. So we were actually just talking about the first electric railway back in New Jersey, not Boston. Because the New Jersey one was the subway, the first subway that we were watching. All right, so the first commercial FM radio station in the U.S. was launched in Bloomfield, Connecticut, which came to be known as WDRC. That was back in 1939. Hello, Sarah. Thank you for tuning in, like always. And Jazzy, hello. Yes, like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's Happy Mother's Day, all right? So if you guys haven't had a chance, reach out to your mom. Say Happy Mother's Day.
And that's a Bill Nye shout out we give to Bill Nye.
Oh, yes, and we definitely give a shout out to Bill Nye.
He's the one that gave us the ideas to recognize the scientists and the inventors.
Yes,
that don't
Bill.
get noticed.
If you guys have, Scarlett says hi. Oh, she heard my voice and she came running across. Hello, Scarlett. Hello. Thank you for tuning in, Scarlett. It's always great for all my little MFers to pop in here too. But yes, we'll give a little shout out to Bill Nye. If you guys get a chance, he's on Netflix. A lot of us grew up watching Bill Nye, the science guy. He's back again. He's got his own show over on Netflix. And he actually has this little section called Mad Scientists. Scientists and inventors who deserve to be angry. And that's why we're giving a little shout out to Bill Nye. He's always telling always look to the original creators of something, because there are a lot of things that
sometimes scientists just literally gave stuff away for free.
Some scientists out there just basically gave stuff out for free. And there are others that jumped on it, decided to claim it, and just profited from it. And see, that's where all these wars and stuff come angry, because it's all about the dollar sign sometimes. So yes, Sunday pizza, yes. And hello, Sean. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Yes, it is our Mother's Day edition here. And yes, we're just talking about Bill Nye, the science guy. And like I said, he's got a nice little section on there called Mad Scientists. It's scientists and inventors who have a right to be angry, to be upset because their inventions or their ideas were taken on by somebody else and profited large for it. And they got no recognition. Because Meister Chef was saying, there's a lot of scientists and inventors out there who just basically gave their stuff away, and those jumped on it so that they could profit from it. Like taking Tesla, for example, he wanted his stuff to be given away to people, to everybody, and it was unheard of. They didn't want that. They wanted things that people could profit from, and he wouldn't give them up. So, I know, and they did. They burnt a lot of his papers. Hello, Kat, and hello, Verna. Thank you guys for tuning in. Happy Mother's Day. Yes. Let's see here. I'm going to send that little invite out there because, ladies and gentlemen, it's our Mother's Day. So reach out and say Happy Mother's Day to everybody. But yes, like I said, if you guys get the chance, always go check out Bill Nye. He's a great guy. He is. Like I said, most of us grew up with Bill Nye, the science guy, and he's still out there trekking away, trying to help save the world. Yes, that's his little catchphrase, to help save the world. And I always look out to him. He's a great guy. Yes, so back to our positive history for today. The world premiere of the Beatles film, Let It Be. The final release of any kind by the band featured the unannounced rooftop concert in London, which was actually their last performance that they did in public, and that was back in 1970. Alison Hargreaves, a 33-year-old British mother of two, became only the second person ever to reach the peak of Everest, the world's highest mountain, unaided, without oxygen or help from Sherpas. And she did that back in 1995. Wow, happy Mother's Day on that one. That's definitely a trek for Mother's Day. All right, and Darius Rucker, yes, 3-time Grammy Award winner and former lead singer and rhythm guitarist of Hootie and the Blowfish. If you guys remember the song Only Want to Be With You, he turns 52 years old today. So happy birthday, Darius Ruckus. And also happy birthday to Stevie Wonder, who was born a musical prodigy, and he is 68 years old today. Yes, Stevie Wonder. Yes, happy birthday, brother. He became blind as a young child, but went on to become the most beloved performers of the late 20th century. After signing with Motown Records at the age of 11, he recorded 30 U.S. top 10s and won 25 Grammy Awards, the most ever awarded to a male solo artist. Yes, and he was born back on this day back in 1950, yes. And on this day in 1917, 3 shepherd children in Portugal reportedly were visited by an apparition of the Virgin Mary and an angel giving them instructions to pray the rosary for peace and an end to World War I. 9-year-old Lucia Santos of Fatima and her cousins Jacinta and Francesco Marto reported seeing a woman brighter than the sun shedding rays of light and pierced by the burning rays of the sun. See, people see things all the time. And on the second of the famed Marian apparitions, 1 month later, the lady revealed that Francesco and Janica would be taken to heaven soon. But Lucia would live longer in order to spread her message, all of which came to pass. The 3 children claimed to have seen the Blessed Virgin Mary in a total of 6 appearances between May and October. Hello, Crystal. Hello. So since then, the site called Our Lady of Fatima has drawn millions of pilgrims annually on the 13th day of each month from May to October on the anniversaries of the original visions. Statues, chapels, hospitals, and other facilities have been constructed at the site. Lucia later became a nun, wrote 6 memoirs about her experience and her life, and was beatified as a saint, like her 2 cousins were. So after her death in 2005, in March 2017, 100 years after the event, Pope Francis canonized Janita and Francesco, declaring the intersection of the 2 visionaries to be a miracle. Oh, so see, I don't know. It's hard to see. I don't know. These are stories that were passed down to us, and I wish others could have seen this as well. So hopefully, they did see what they saw. So we're gonna share our history off today. It is Mother's Day. It's always positive. Try to be as positive as we can. Come on, our mothers brought us into this world. And some of us might not have our mothers around anymore. So give a blessed prayer out to your mom if she's not around. Jello Jen, thanks for tuning in. Like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to get your comment and your reaction there and get your name entered twice for a chance to win some random free prizes on the first. We haven't anything come across the MFer's desk yet, but we're only on the 13th. And anybody who's been watching and tuning in with us, anything is possible to come across the desk. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. All right, so we're going to put that here because we got our coffee in our coffee cup. I just have to finish that one off first. All right, so yes, it's Sunday. It's Mother's Day. Hopefully, Nacho, you got to hold the name because she hasn't come in here yet. And hopefully Shannon will come in. She usually does. So, we're going to keep it there. Okay? Try not to knock over. I'll try not to breathe on you so it falls over. Okay? All right.
Master Chef's cookie.
What was that?
A night with Master
A night with Master Chef's cooking. Maybe. Like I said, you never know what's going to come across the desk. Hello, Yvette. Yes. And like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, this is our special edition for our moms. And yes, even the original MFer, I may not be talking to my mom. My mom might not talk to me. But I still reached out. I sent her a message saying Happy Mother's Day. So hopefully she gets it. Because it is Mother's Day. She's still alive. So at least try to reach out to her. But yes, Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Yes. Like I said, Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. To all the fathers who have to play the role as their mothers. And, just everybody. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Come on. It's a very great day. It's a positive day. It's a day we recognize as a day for the women who gave us life and brought us to where we are, and to do some of the really cool things that we've done. And some of the really amazing people have come out from moms. Come on. We have great scientists and leaders and great, amazing people out there that make a big, huge difference. They all had a mom too. Yeah, we all came from a mom of some sort. Yes, we did.
I came from a test tube.
I came from a test tube. Oh, you came from a mommy too. Come on, Oyster Chef.
Well, my mom grew me in a lab.
Your mom grew you in a lab.
At the university.
At the university. That's hilarious, Matt. Oyster Chef. That is. Hello, Nate the Great. How are you, buddy? All right, make sure, Nate the Great. Come on. You got to give a little shout out to your mama. Let mama know that we all say Happy Mother's Day from myself, Mr. Chef, and everybody at the MFer studio, including Nacho the cat. So, Nate the Great, I hope that you reached out to mama and said Happy Mother's Day, mama. Let's see here. There's a lot of pretty positive, cool stories here. All right, I'm really interested about this story, and I haven't read this one yet. So, let's see. I'm going to read this with everybody because it's a Mother's Day. And it's about a woman here. She's a secretary who mimicked her boss for 67 years. And everyone's actually shocked by her secret fortune and what she did with it. And I'm just really curious because, it's Mother's Day, and I want to see what this woman did with this. All right, so you guys ready for this? This is actually today's story. It's one of our stories that popped in today. So, Sylvia Bloom worked as a secretary at the same New York City law firm for most of her life. A practical woman and a hard worker. So to the outside world, she was modest and lived a frugal lifestyle. But she had a secret practice that no one knew about. Ooh, this is interesting. This is really interesting now. So she earned a meager annual income, never talked about money, and wasn't living the high life. She was never showy and didn't want to call attention to herself. She was actually, this is a quotation, she was a child of the Depression, and she knew what it was like to have money. Bloom's niece, Jane Lokshin, told the New York Times. She had great empathy for other people who were needy and wanted everybody to have a fair shake. So secretaries in those days ran their bosses' lives, yes, including their investments. So whenever she would see her boss make a stockpile and purchase it for him, she would buy the same stock for herself in smaller amounts, befitting her secretary's salary. We got everybody popping in. Hello, everybody. Yes. So she actually kept track of the investments until she finally retired at the age of 96. Wow. When she died shortly thereafter, it was discovered that Mrs. Bloom had amassed a huge fortune. Yeah, hello, Chris, and hello, James. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. So she never told anyone about it, but before her retirement from Cleary, Godalby, Steen, and Hamilton, she had stashed away over $9 million. Wow. So this is another quote. I don't think she thought it was anybody's business but her own, says her niece. So she left some of it to her friends and family in her will, but directed it that the rest of it was to be left to a charity in New York City that cares for adults and children whom she thought needed it the most. The endowment, which was $6.24 million to the Henry Street settlement, is being used to create a college scholarship fund in which is specially fitting since Miss Bloom always regretted not going to law school. But her incredible donation will ensure that plenty of New Yorkers will have the opportunities that she never took, and maybe even graduate from law school. So that is awesome. That is, and it's being good to one another. And she, obviously she lived with what she needed. She didn't go excessive. She lived with what she needed to live each day. And then at the end, she gave it away to the needy and the less fortunate. That's really cool. It is. And I don't know why people are messaging me. I cannot answer my Facebook messages. I say it all the time. And I can tell some of these people are tuning in because they tune in. They know I go live 8:00 every night to come hang out with my MFers. Yes. All right. So we're gonna share that. That is pretty cool. That was. So she wasn't stealing from anybody. She wasn't. She was being directed by her boss where to put investments and stuff. And clearly he was making money from it, so she put a little of her own money into it. And she was able to be able to gain money from these investments by watching where she was told to be putting her boss's money, she put her own money in as well. It's pretty cool. That is. All right, what's here? We have another one here. Here's another. This is. Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to read that one today, but okay. So that's our good histories. This one here. This is about a 90-year-old lady. Let's see this. This is Mother's Day. So let's see if we can find stories on some women here. And this is from today as well. So 90-year-old credits words with friends. Yes, you guys might know that famous Facebook Messenger game, Words with Friends. She credits it for saving her life. Yes. So while some people may scoff over social media and internet games, this 90-year-old woman is crediting words for friends with saving her life. Yeah. So every morning, without fail, Mikiko Seiki uses her tablet to play Words with Friends with her son, who lives in another city, before he has to leave for work. So in addition to it being a fun family activity, Saki says the game keeps her mind sharp. Recently, however, Saki's son logged into the game's app only to find that she was not online. When he was unable to get a hold of her, the anxious family went to her house and found her unconscious on the floor. She was later taken to the hospital and treated for pneumonia and dehydration. Wow. And thankfully, Seki is now in ship shape and ready to celebrate her birthday next week. She says that is all thanks to her devotion to Words with Friends. And yes, the original MFR, I play that game. I totally love that story. That's great. And I totally understand where she credits, because it's a game that she's always constantly playing every day with her son. And when he went to go on and she wasn't online, he noticed and, ran over right away and, was able to save her life. Nacho, look, I just saw her pop in. Hello, Becky, and hello, Shannon Lewis. Yes, Shannon. I'm glad that you tuned in, Shannon, because if you look on the top of Nacho's head here, on the top, see the top of his head, we're going to grab it, okay, so you can see for yourself. Look, Shannon, there you go. Shannon got a shout out. Shannon Lewis, you got a shout out. And yeah, that was a lucky one that Nacho was holding on to. All right, okay, we're going to do some more shout outs. That's pretty cool. That's tight. All right, high five, buddy. Or high pop. All right, so, we're going to do some more shout outs here because Shannon showed up. Shannon was the last shout out there. That's cool. That's pretty awesome. All right, so we're going to do some more here. We're going to grab a little handful and we'll put the last one on Nacho's head. See if Nacho can send some ESP out to that one lucky MFer. See, try to get them in here and go, hey, look, I got your name. All right, so who do we got here? All right, so I grabbed a bunch here. All right, so we got Sarah Jacobs. We have Nancy Swirls. All right, we got there's James Taylor again. Right on, buddy. All right, who we got? We got Ernie Stewart. Then we got Gordon Giles. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, I grabbed a huge handful this time. All right, so we have Rich Nelson. All right, we have Kelly Polson. Now, Kelly, hopefully you are feeling better, dear. Yes, I noticed that she has been sick. She's been in the hospital, so hopefully you are feeling all better, dear. Good, glad to. No, that's Haley. My apologies, Kelly. Kelly hasn't been sick. Haley's been sick. Yes, Haley's been sick. Kelly is Yes, is the biker club. I think it's support your local 81. I think that's what it is. The local 81 club. All right, so we have Leah Dubrick. So Kelly, if you tune in, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say you were sick. All right, who else we here? Oh, we got another one for Jason Burns. Yes, Jason Burns is one half of the Deadly Duo, ladies and gentlemen. And if you guys check out my own personal wall, the Deadly Duo, yes, they're going to be going on tour. I think it's McLean. You know what? I forget. I remember his name is Phil, but that's not his stage name. But yes, the Deadly Duo is going to be actually coming through Ontario on a tour. So it's going to be pretty cool. Can't wait to hang out with them. All right, so we have Diane Seguin. Who else we got here? We got, Cody Bell. There you go, Cody. All right, we got Lydia Kettles. I know you were in here earlier, Lydia. I don't know if you're still in here, but there you go, Lydia. All right, let's go. Oh, I got a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, look, we got a black one. Yes, we do. We got a black one. So black one. So this one goes out to all the MFers out there. All right. So if I haven't called your name, there you go. You just got yourself a show. You know, and I always say, I'm trying to keep all the black ones in there. And we still end up getting black ones in there. All right. So I have Caitlin McCandles. Now, Caitlin, I know you were in here earlier. Hopefully you were still in here as well. Well, so we have another one for Diane Seguin. All right. Who else we got? Another Sarah Jacobs. All right. Who else we got here? We got Amanda Bragg. There you go. All Lady T herself, Tori Campbell. All right. Who else we got here? We got this one's upside down. Oh, look, we got another one for Rich Nelson. All right, we got one more for Nancy Swirls. Oh, and I dropped one. Okay, here you go. You ready for this one? Okay, buddy, check this out. Who we got here? This is the one that Nacho's going to hold on. Oh, Mary Jane Goforth. There you go, Mary Jane. All right, Nacho. I hope you whoop. Yes, Nacho. Okay, see if you can use your ESP, okay? See if you can reach out to Mary Jane. She might be at work. I don't know. But see if you can use that ESP out there, buddy. Okay, and send out those signals and go, Mary Jane, tune in to MFers Live. Because we got to shut up. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll let Nacho do his little thing there. Okay, see if he can send out some mental vibes out to everybody there. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, I always say, always try to, share off my stream if you like. Invite your friends to come check out the page. We are on every night. If you guys ever have a positive story, please, you can post it on the MFers Live page for everybody to see. You could, if you're a little nervous too, you can always send me a message. I'll read, your positive story off to people, or just come on MFers Live and just type away and let people know the positivity. Over the past year, we've had some really cool, awesome ones. We've had engagements that have come on. They're like engagements that were just happened, and they came on MFers Live to let everybody know that it happened. We've had birth announcements that have taken place on MFers Live as well. We've had even pregnancy notifications pop on as well too. So we've had some really cool things that have taken place on MFers Live, and it's always great. Like I said, it's all about the peace, love, and positivity, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see if we can find another positive story, because it's Mother's Day, and positive stories are great. So let's see here. So, okay. Well, this is cool. This is going to be for our animal lovers out there. Okay, you guys ready for this? All right, so this is actually from yesterday. So when canine soulmates can't be kept apart, homeowners relent and work together. So these star-crossed canine lovers could give Romeo and Juliet a run for their money. So Potate, or Tate for short, is a young pup who was a stray dog living on the streets when he was adopted by Haley Graham. While she obviously adores her human family, she developed a deep connection with her neighbor, Vernon. So around the same time that Graham adopted Tate, the next door neighbor adopted a dog named Vernon. And even though there was a fence keeping the two pups apart, they became overwhelmed with the desire to be together. So Graham tells the dodo that she would always come home to find Tate digging a hole under the fence so that she could be with Vernon. and this is a quote by her. So I walk outside and catch them digging a tunnel to each other. We couldn't get them to stop. We couldn't keep them apart, says Graham. They would just keep digging holes to each other. So while most people might just try and set up a play date for the pups at a doggy park, Graham had a better idea. She goes, I thought, why not just put a door in the fence so they can play whenever their humans don't have to get involved, she said. So after getting consent from Vernon's owner, Graham's father installed a little doggy door to the fence. And it was it's been a big, huge success. Vernon and Tate are constantly playing with each other in each other's yards and going on little doggy dates at each other's houses. That's cute. They love being together, Graham told the dodo. I don't know if they actually are in love, but I like to think so. Happy slobber. This is my treat. This is thy treat. For never was there a tale of more than that of Tate and Vernon. That is cute. That is. So you have dogs that live side by side and constantly trying to dig a hole to each other. And, it would kind of safe because I imagine, you put them on a doggy date, they're going to probably continue to keep digging those holes to try to get over to one another. All right, so we're going to shut off. That's romantic. That was. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. On Mother's Day, we would have a little romance story out there. It wasn't Romeo and Juliet. It was dogs. It was all about puppies. So it wasn't Romeo and Juliet. It was Tate and Vernon. Yes, Tate and Vernon. But in Tate and Vernon's case, nobody ended up drinking poison. Both parties lived, so that's good. That's always a good sign because Romeo and Juliet didn't kind of work out that way. There was always a badness to it. They both died in the end. They did. It's a true tragic love story. But that is pretty cool. That is. All right, so guys, let's see if we can find another positive story here. What's another one here? All right, because it's Mother's Day. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, we read that one. Oh, wait. Okay, this one's pretty cool. This is a good story to read out to everybody. This is no matter what stops you from doing something, as long as you stay positive and keep focused, you can achieve anything you want. Okay, now this is a really cool story. This is actually from yesterday as well. So quadriplegic stuns crowd by nailing national anthem with an instrument he designed himself. Yeah. So quadriplegic man delighted a stadium of thousands last weekend by playing the national anthem on a musical device that he created to overcome his disability. Yeah. So 56-year-old Dave Whalen has been paralyzed from the neck down since he endured a skiing accident at the age of 18. But that doesn't stop him from making music. So as a means of kicking off the Albany Empire's second home arena football game at the Times Union Center in Albany, New York last week, Whalen performed the Star Spangled Banner on a Jambox instrument. Yes. So Jambox is a harmonica-like device that attaches to a computer and allows people with limited mobility to create music with their breath. Moving the mouthpiece left or right determines which note is played. So because he does not have the use of his hands, Whalen used the Jambox's hand-free bracelet for his performance at the stadium. He did a trumpet-like rendition of the hallowed tune, and the crowd went wild. So in addition to making music with the Jambox, Whalen also uses the device for breath-controlled painting. And for controlling a commercial robot that was mounted to his old wheelchair. The Scotia New York lawyer also uses his innovative hands-free technology to race sailboats. And that's pretty awesome. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is, so I don't think that is a YouTube video. That's a Facebook video. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely go check that out. I'm going to share that off and see, he's paralyzed from the waist, from the neck down. So like paralyzed from here down, not having the use or function of his arms or his fingers, and he was able to do the Star Spangled Banner. That is awesome. All right, so we're going to share that off. Because, yes, if you click the video on there, it is a Facebook video. So hopefully it'll pop up for anybody. You guys can actually hear him playing on the jam box, the Star Spangled Banner in front of everybody. Oh, that's pretty cool. It is. All right, so what else we have? We have a whole bunch of things. I don't know. I don't know if we should read this one. But we're gonna quickly browse this as I'm talking to everybody, just because I'm a little bit curious. Oops, there we go. It's this one here. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Hopefully this story will bring a smile to your face. Okay. Hopefully it will. All right. So this is a positive story. It's actually from yesterday. 10 amazing things you can learn from your poop. I hope that put a smile on your face. I hope the title alone was able to crack a grin for you. All right. So, Maester Chef, I was just wondering if I could steal your assistance for a minute.
What?
Would you be able to make me a coffee? I guess I drank mine a little fast, and I kind of polished off both cups of coffee really in under a half hour. Oops. All right. So, according to an emerging tech company in Silicon Valley, there is no such thing as a universally healthy food. Now, what's healthy for one person may be inflammatory for another. So with the rise of chronic disease worldwide, the diagnosis of his father's pancreatic cancer, and the reactive state of Western healthcare systems, it was clear to Navin Jain that the epidemic of chronic illness was a problem worth tackling. So he assembled a team of scientists to launch Viome, a company that can analyze your gut to understand what is causing inflammation at the root cause of many chronic diseases. Wow. Okay, so Viome calls itself the only company with the technology to help you identify what is actually happening in your gut, what your microbiome is mostly located, and trillions of microbes act together as a part power converter, part engine, and part pharmacy. So if you want to optimize your health, avoid or heal chronic diseases, or know which foods are right for you, understanding your microbe is the first step. So at home test kits like those offered by Viome provide a way to start your own data gathering process. The company uses a technique called metatranscriptome sequencing to identify all the microorganisms living in your gut, from bacteria and viruses to fungi, yeast, parasites, and bacteriages. With this data, Viome recommends personalized food and supplements to actually optimize your microbial function. Wow. So they don't sell any supplements or diagnose IBS or IBD, but medical science knows that various dietary interventions for IBD, such as with FODMAP, are determined by one's GI tract microbiome profile. So modifying this profile can actually improve the effectiveness of diet therapies. So here are 10 surprising discoveries Viome uncovered, copied directly from Navin's literature. All right, so this is right from his literature. So number one, all right, so healthy food isn't always healthy. So you might have been advised to eat your greens, and that greens and nuts are anti-inflammatory. The data shows this isn't always true. Thank you very much, Master Chef. So, spinach, bran, rhubarb, beets, nuts, and nut butters all contain oxalate. All right. We now know that oxalate-containing food can actually be harmful. So unless you have the microbes present that can metabolize into non-harmful substance. So 30% of Viome customers lack the microbes to metabolize oxalates properly. So in other words, healthy foods like spinach are actually not healthy for these type of people. Yeah. So antioxidants. aren't always good for everyone either. So like oxalates, polyphenols in foods are usually considered very healthy. But unless you have the appropriate microbes that use specific polyphenols, then you might not actually get the full benefit. One example is a substance found in these foods called ellagic acid. Rhino can detect whether your microbiome is metabolizing ellagic acid and converting it into ultraleucin. Only the ultraleucin A has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. So without the microbes to do this conversion, you will not benefit from the ellagic acids in foods. Oh yeah, see, learning something every day. See, so nuts, walnuts, raspberries, pomegranates, blackberries, pecans, and cranberries all contain ellagic acid. So after analyzing tens of thousands of people, Venom reports that only about 50% of them benefit from eating more foods containing ellagic acids. So see, everyone's always like, you don't diet. I have tried diet. I've tried the salads diets. I've tried a whole bunch of different diets. My body just doesn't work the same way as everybody else's. Everybody's different and unique in their own ways. So this is something really good to get into. Hello, Mary. Thank you for tuning in. So yes, so like I said, like it's been saying, one healthy food for one person might actually be an unhealthy food for another. But these ones that we're pulling out right now, these are all from Naveen's his own information from his own data work. So it says, are you eating too much protein? When you think a high protein diet, you might think about paleo, keto, and high performance diets. Protein helps build muscle and provide energy, but if you eat too much, it can cause inflammation and decrease longevity. So Venom analyzes the activity of your microbiome to determine whether you are eating too much protein that feeds protein fermentating bacteria like allostrips, podidians, and Tannarella forsythia. And if these organisms are producing harmful substances such as ammonia, oxygen sulfide, picostrol, or plasticin, these substances can actually damage your gut lining and lead to conditions like a leaky gut. Yeah. So let's see here. So this is number 4. Okay, this is number 4 on his list. So can healthy foods exacerbate heart disease? So chlorine is certain foods can get converted by bacteria and tremolaminate, so TMA. Which is associated with heart disease when it gets absorbed into your body and converted to TMAO. So TMA conversion doesn't happen in individuals unless they have the appropriate bacteria in their microbiome. So VM can actually see the TMA production pathways and many of the gamma-prothol bacteria that do this conversion. So what foods contain choline? Choline. There's liver, salmon, chickpeas, split peas, eggs, navy beans, peanuts are a small sample. But before you decide to go full on pascaline or paleo, you may want to check if your microbiome is actually producing the TMA with that salmon or steak to actually make sure that it breaks it down properly the way it should be. So too much iron can actually cause inflammation as well. So minerals like iron in your food can in certain inflammatory microbial environments promote growth of pathogens like Listeria, Shigella, and Salmonella. So maybe it wasn't just the raw chicken that gave you food poisoning, but your toxic microbiome that made you sick. On the other hand, when you don't have enough iron, you could become anemic, leading to weakness and shortness of breath. So when thinking about how much iron is right for you, look at the data about you. Because, everybody is different. Everybody has different, it's the whole mapping of your gut, right? So stress and anxiety actually appear in your microbiome too. Yes. So our gut and brain are actually connected via the vagus nerve. Okay, a large majority of the neurotransmitters are either produced or consumed by our microbiome. So surprisingly, 90% of all serotonin, a feel-good neurotransmitter, is produced by your gut microbiome, not your brain. So when you have a maladjusted microbiome that's producing a large amount of toxins like hydrogen sulfide, the lining of your gut starts to deteriorate in what's known as a leaky gut. So think of leaky gut as your gut now not having healthy borders or boundaries. So when this happens, all kinds of diseases can actually emerge from it. So when the barrier of the gut breaks down, it starts a chain reaction, causing low-grade chronic inflammation, which has been identified as a potential source of depression and higher levels of anxiety, in addition to many other chronic diseases. So if you're working to reduce your stress levels, ensure your diet promotes a healthy microbiome. Okay, so your microbiome actually affects your energy. If you want more energy, get your microbiome back into balance. Your microbiome is responsible for calorie extraction or creating energy through pathways such as the tricarbonox acid cycle. Our bodies depend on the energy that our microbiome actually produces. So how much energy we get from our food is dependent on how effective our microbiome is at converting the foods into energy. So high-performing microbiomes are excellent at converting food into energy, great for athletes who need extra energy, but supplemental for those with secondary lifestyles. And if the microbiomes can't or won't metabolize the glucose or the sugar of what you eat, it actually gets stored into fat. That might explain it a lot about me. It just might. It might. All right. So, all right. So you guys got joint pain. Your microbiome can tell you why. Yes. See, this is all your gut. This is what your gut can actually tell you. This is pretty cool. So lymphocyte or LPS is a key pro-inflammatory molecule made by some of our microbes. So too much LPS can wreak havoc on your immune system and put it into overdrive. When your immune system goes on the warpath, your joints and other body parts often suffer collateral damage. So perhaps balancing your microbiome is a better solution than reaching for the glucosamine. So consider your microbiome as the top general of your immune army. It puts your immune system through basic training and determines when it goes into war. So ideally, your immune system wins the quick battle and gets some rest. But if your microbiome keeps it on a constant high alert, the long, drawn-out war can actually result in chronic inflammation and chronic disease. Are you right? Are you really getting older, or is your microbiome just making you feel older because it keeps giving warnings that your immune system ultimately leading to chronic pain? If you have a condition ending in itis, it's possible that when you balance your microbiome, the inflammation from your itis will actually be reduced. So the link between low stomach acid and chronic disease, the acid in your stomach protects you from the bacteria in your mouth and the parasites and fungi in your food. So when you have low stomach acid, bacteria from your mouth bacteria makes its way down to your GI tract. This invasion is associated with and a high risk factor for the autoimmune disease and inflammation in the gut. We're beginning to learn that low stomach acid is perhaps one of the major causes of chronic disease. So what kinds of things cause low stomach acid? Stress and acids like Nexium, Zantac, and Fulsec. So see, don't take Xanax, people. Number 10, carbs can be protein prosecutors. Yes. So as long as your microbiome is up to the task, carbs aren't as bad as you might think. The key is whether your microbiome can transform the starches you eat into amino acids. So our microbiome comprises 20% of our branch chain amino acids, or BCAAs. And it will adapt to make these vital BCAAs for us in almost any way it can. So essentially, your microbiome is hooking up carbons and hydrogens into different formulas of BCAAs, depending on what you you feed it. So the microbiome is excellent at adapting and pivoting based on your diet and your environment. So given all this data, you can understand how prioritizing the health of your microbiome is actually essential. So for everyone who wants to invest in a test kit that will uncover what foods work best for your body and receive personalized recommendations, we asked Venom to give our readers a $50 discount. Wow. So you guys can actually just go over to viome.com and /good news. And you guys will save yourself $50. So Venom told GNN that is reduced expense patient costs for the testing from $5,000 per test to about $399 with the goal to bring it down even further as they get more data from customers and can use more automation and AI. They sell their products at close to cost so they can actually help as many people as they can to make illness optional. So you guys actually can learn more info at VM. There is a link at the bottom, ladies and gentlemen, so you guys can actually get $50 off your purchase. I don't know. I might want to go get that to see how to make my belly work better for me. That's always a good sign, always. All right, so I'm going to read that off so you guys can always go check that out because I might have mispronounced a few couple of words, okay? Because some of them are really hard to say. I do try my best to pronounce them the best way I can. So hopefully I got most of them. I really hope I got most of them. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can go check that out on our MFers Live Facebook page or on our MFers Twitter page as well. All right. So, you know, we'll do one more. Should we do this one? Yeah, this one's actually from today. So, yeah, you know, I love bringing these positive stories to you guys. I do. I totally love doing it. Especially, it's Mother's Day. It's always good to hear some really positive stories. You know, we got to hear a little romance story with two puppies. That's really awesome. A romance story on Mother's Day. There you go. A woman who, stockpiled a fortune and gave it away to those, needy and less fortunate, and it was great. So we're going to read another one. We even read a health one, too, about your belly. About your belly, how to get your belly aligned so that it makes, makes all those microbes inside work the way they're supposed to. So, we got another one here, and this is, it's actually dated from today. It's about 9 hours ago. This is going out to our Britain MFers out there, right? So, Britain actually maybe build the road network to protect bees, butterflies, and moths. Yeah. Because, our bees are dying down, and so are our butterflies and moths, and we're trying to keep all the species of the world going and fluttering for endless time to come, right? So legislators are actually stepping up to protect important insects by proposing a road network that would act as a kind of a wildlife corridor for bees, moths, and butterflies alike. So the Protection of Pollinators Bill, that's what it's called, the Protection of Pollinators Bill, was presented to the British House of Commons this week as a means of saving the dwindling pollinator population. So, if accepted, the legislation would allow conservationists to help communities and businesses plant wildflowers and shrubberies that nourish pollinating insects. These patches of greenery would then create pollinator corridors or beelines, okay, as they're also called, that could offer a sanctuary to insects in every connecting region of Britain and allow them to fly freely across the countryside without being restricted to small patches of grassland. So the agricultural campaign would involve sprucing up roadside areas, and identifying unused public areas that would be converted into leafier habitats as managed by the Department of Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. So the proposal is a welcome follow-up to the European Union's recently approved ban on pesticides that harm bees. So charities such as Bug Life have already begun planning community initiatives for the corridors. So Conservative MP Ben Bradley. Sorry if I got your name wrong there, Ben. All right, so Conservative MP Ben Bradley. Okay, what? Okay, I'm just getting messages popping up all over the place. Okay, please, no, stop sending me messages. Okay, you're blocking the screens. Okay, we got this. Okay, take that off. Okay, that's good. All right, here we go. So, Conservative MP Ben Bradley introduced the bill in Parliament by saying pollinators are facing unprecedented challenges, including climate change, intensive farming, pests and diseases, pesticide use, and urban growth. They need food, water, shelter, and nesting areas, as well as the ability to roam far and wide, as they would naturally, without the barriers placed in their way as a result of urban sprawl. So as the concrete jungle grows, their natural habitat inevitably shrinks. So this is actually a quotation. It is important to note that creating wildlife sanctuaries and protecting our green spaces will not only support our bees and insects, it will also have other positive outcomes for everything else. It will have a beneficial impact on our local communities and on our individual mental health and well-being. So that is a significant, if not more so, in deprived areas. So green spaces are places of tranquility and provide a space away from the hustle, bustle, and stresses of modern life. The more, the merrier, in my view, he added. That is a good thing, because it is. I say that all the time. I'll joke around. I'm like, I feel really old because I remember, driving down this road or whatever, and going, this used to be all like just land, trees galore, farms and stuff. And now it's just, it's communities, it's buildings, and apartment buildings and homes, all built up in that used to be just land. And I noticed a lot too. I travel, between Guelph and Fergus Lower area all the time. And to see as you're leaving out the city that you have to go further and further. The city is starting to get more and more further out there. And as you're passing it, going, okay, wow, I just left the city, and then you see all this green line. You're like, okay, wow, it seems like we're getting close to this person. You're actually not. It's just the Greenland, the beautiful like trees and stuff that we grew up seeing and stuff are all shrinking and getting smaller because we're booming. The human race we're skyrocketing out there. We are. Hello, Ferric. Thanks for tuning in. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it is Mother's Day. All right, so reach out there. If your mothers are still, around with us, call them up and go, hey, Mom, I love you. Thanks. Thanks for helping give me life. Thank you very much. This is your day. Happy Mother's Day. If your mom's not with us, sit there and lay your head down and, say a prayer out to your mom. I always say that our beloved deceased look down upon us and, watch over us throughout the rest of our lives. Quick stop in hello before done here. All right. Well, thank you very much, Ferric, for stopping and at least saying hi, bud. It's always good. Hello, Ease. Thank you for tuning in. Like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are new here, make sure you leave your comment and your reaction. Yeah, we are getting a little bit closer to the ending of our program. We are done in just a little over a minute. We are live every night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so I do know that MFers Live, we are worldwide because we have MFers in Canada, the United States, and England. We have MFers in the Philippines, Algeria, out in Australia. We are worldwide. So if you guys do tune in or you guys want to check out when we start, okay, we do start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so pull out your map or your Google. Okay, it is 8. When we start, it's not 8 p.m. right now. It's like 8:59 p.m. right here in Guelph. But we start at 8 p.m. in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. All right, so if you guys pull out your map, look for Guelph, Ontario, Canada, and then see where you are in the timelines. I know that some countries don't have, the daylight savings times and stuff. Us in Canada, we do, once a year we set our clocks back. Once a year we set our clocks ahead. But it's our daylight savings time because, like I said, the Philippines, they don't have it. Neither is Algeria either. So that's really cool too. But like I said, just check your local your time zone, I guess, the time zone. Because yes, we I guess on the internet they do have a universal time clock, I guess. That that would be the time all over the world, exact same time kind of thing. But yes, different parts because people in BC have a different time than us. Because like right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're ending our night off. It just hit 9 o'clock. We end our night off on Peace, Love, Positivity. We have one of our MFers, Ori, that usually pops in. She's been really busy lately. But when she pops in, it's like the beginning of her day, and she's actually a day ahead of us. She stopped in yesterday when we were doing our Saturday edition of MFers Live, and she was already saying Happy Mother's Day because it was already Mother's Day down in the Philippines because she was actually ahead of us in the time zones. So it's pretty cool. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit our time. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow is our positive news story. And yes, like I know, I just sat there and I just read a whole bunch of positive news off. It's great. I love reading the positive news. I do. Because I think that the world needs that. The world's got to stop watching the news on TV. Well, okay, don't get me wrong. You don't have to stop watching the news on TV. It's where you learn some local stuff and things that are happening. But they don't bring you all the positivity. And that's what I want to do. I want to bring the positivity to the world so that people know. Because there are so many people out there that are giving up going, there is no positivity out here. There's no point of living. There's always is. And like I said, when you come join the MFers Live, yes, you join yourself up with the MFer family. That's what we are. We're one giant family. So, if you don't have any family, welcome to the MFer Live family because, you have family now because that's who we are. We're always there. We always got our hand out. If you guys need somebody to talk to or, try to help out with some advice, there's always an MFer out there, always. We always have our hand out. You just got to reach out and grab on, okay? And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have got to be that time. So to the one out there, I know that you do watch. You may not comment. You may not react. That's all right. It's all good. It is. It's totally all good. But always remember, je t'aime, all right? Always remember that. And to all my MFers out there that tune in and leave your comments and, just come hang out. I love each and every last single one of these. I do. Okay, because without you, MFers Live wouldn't be where it is today. And like I said, we've gone over a year. We are in our second year. We have some really cool, amazing, exciting things coming up, like I said, in short time. So always make sure you guys like and follow MFers Live so you guys can get notification every time we get up to something. If we do an event or we have something special coming up, we'll always post it up there. All right. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. All right. Remember, same MFer time, same MFer channel. All right, keep spreading the peace, love, and positivity wherever you go. And yes, if you're watching me right now while I'm live, or you're watching me on a replay, okay, or you're just listening, okay, always remember those two words, okay? Always remember, if you cannot tell yourself this, I will, okay, and I will, because I truly, truly mean it, okay? And it's the honest truth. You got to trust me on this. Always remember that you matter, because you know what? You do. You matter. Never forget that, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys all tomorrow night. All right, so keep spreading that peace, love, and positivity wherever you go. And come on, let's make this a better world. All right, and like in the words of Bill Nye, let's help save the world.